Hello and welcome to the Williams College Winter Athletics Time Travel Trivia Tournament. This is semifinal number 2 with a berth to the ship on the docket. We have wrestling head coach Scott Honecker and senior defenseman for men's hockey, Mike Armstrong. Welcome to the show, man.
Glad to be here, KD.
Are you guys battle ready? You don't know each other, right? This is the first time you're meeting?
I can't say we've met. I'm impressed though. You know, we have one student athlete advancing to the semifinal. Pretty solid run. So
it's been a great tournament. A lot of we had a really good run of really close matches. So it was impressive knowledge being thrown around. And as someone said to me the other day, there's not even that many sports questions. So I guess that's good. Okay, for the viewers at home, we will have 6 categories as usual: music, dance, and theater, news and events, science and technology, sports, TV and movies, and the wild card. Now, there'll be 7 rounds. Each person will get a question in the round with the opportunity to steal. It's a match play format, so if you're up by 3 questions with 2 questions left, it's over. That kind of scenario. There is Zoom a friend once a round, and the winner will go on to face Pat Manning or Steve Custer in the championship of this Winter Athletics Trivia Tournament. All right, fellas. So as always, as is custom, I have a number in my head. We're going to let the youngster go first to pick that number 1 through 7. And whoever comes closest can take the direction they'd like to take, or choose it anyway. So, Mike, you're up 1 to 7.
I'll say 4.
3.
4. And Scott?
3.
It was 4, exactly. So, Mike, you can choose whether you'd like to ask Scott first or for you to take the first question and try to take that 1-0 lead.
I'll ask first.
All right. You are up. Pick the category and the decade, sir.
Let's go science and technology from the 80s.
Science and technology from the 80s. Here we go. Scott Honecker, an 80s man. Here's your question. This is a multiple choice question, only the second we've had the entire tournament. And the only one we have in store for today. In 1986, Scott, which company released the first disposable camera? In 1986, which company released the first disposable camera? I'll give you 4 choices. They are Minolta, Fuji, Canon, or Nikon.
Fuji?
Fuji is the correct answer, sir. And you're on the board. Mike, do you see how he does it so calmly? So it's just like matter of fact to him. So, Scott, you're on the board up 1-0. That was 80s, sci, and tech. I did not know you were a camera enthusiast, sir.
They were green. I remember them.
They were green, yeah. And they spent a lot of time on tables at weddings, if I remember correctly. They still do.
Oh, I was 3 in 86, so I wasn't invited to very many weddings back then. But,
well, I don't think maybe they were there at the weddings in 86. I think that came later. All right.
Mike's going to do a little wild card from the 70s.
Wild card from the 70s, Mike Armstrong. All right. Are you a car enthusiast by any chance, Mike?
Not really, no.
All right. Well, see if you can pull this one out of your hat, sir. In 1972, what car surpassed Ford's iconic Model T to become the most highly produced car in the world? So think 1972, the most highly produced car in the world, surpassing the Model T.
Yeah, not much of a car guy. I'm just going to go the Mustang.
Oh, it's a good guess. I like it. No, it's not the Mustang, but I see where your head's at. Scott, do you have a steal?
I'm guessing just like Mike, but I'm going to go Chevy Impala.
Oh, man, Chevy Impala is another good one. My first car was a Chevy Impala. What a beast out of a car that was. Incorrect. It was, and you'll know this, Scott, when you hear it, the Volkswagen Beetle.
Oh,
that little Beetle bug. Most produced car became the most produced car in 1972. So after 1 round, Scott still leads 1 to nothing. Wild card of the 70s is off the table. All right. Mike.
Let's go news and events from the 60s.
From the 60s. All right, Scott Honecker.
No mercy from Mike. He's
No,
going
you
hard.
guys are both going at it. I like it. I think you both thought about this a little bit. I like it. Here we go. In 1968, Scott, the first manned Apollo mission was launched by NASA. What was the name of that mission? 1968, first manned Apollo mission was launched by NASA. What was the name of that mission?
I think that's Apollo 9.
Oh, incorrect. Incorrect, sir. But a very worthy guess. Mike, do you have a steal?
Just gonna guess here. Apollo 7.
Well, you guessed right, my friend. It was Apollo 7. So
Oh,
that's as good as any. And we are tied up. That's a steal on a Scott question. 1-1. And that was a 1960s news and events. There we go. All right. So we're tied at 1, Scott.
oof.
Choosing wisely. What can we fool Mike with?
We're gonna go 50s TV. 50s, 60s.
Did you say
TV.
50s?
50s isn't 50s, 60s a combined category?
Nope. They're all their own category. So 50s TV is on the board.
Yeah, we'll do that.
All right. Mike, 50s TV. Have you seen any TV from the 1950s ever, Mike? All right. Here we go. This comedian's variety show premiered on CBS in 1950 and ran until 1965, Mike. The show featured his wife, Mary Livingstone, and often lampooned his own cheapness. So often I'll read that one more time. This comedian's variety show premiered on CBS in 1950 and ran until 1965. The show featured his wife, Mary Livingstone, and often lampooned his own cheapness. Who is the famous comedian?
Wow, 1950, huh?
That's way back. I mean, that'd be a reach.
I'm stretching, but I'll just say Chevy Chase.
Chevy Chase is a good guess, but no, incorrect. I like it. Chevy Chase would be upset that you said that, but other than that, it's good.
I think he's newer than that, but
Scott, what do you have?
Well, see, I want to say the Ed Sullivan Show, but the thing about the self-deprecating humor, it sounds more Jack Benny to me. Is it the Jack Benny Show?
It was, in fact, the Jack Benny Show, Scott.
Oh!
That is a big one because I didn't know if either one you would get that. So you steal it right back. And after 2 rounds, Scott has a 2-1 lead.
My heart is racing.
I love these. I love this competitiveness. These the answers are on point. All right, Mike.
let's come into a time that I know better. Let's do music, theater, and dance from the 2010s.
2010s.
He found my weak spot, Chris. He found my weak spot.
All right. Well, somehow I get a feeling you're going to get it. I don't know. You just seem to do that whenever you say weak spot. Here's your question. In 2016, what singer took home the honors for worldwide best-selling album, which was entitled Lemonade?
Beyonce Knowles.
That is correct. Beyonce. No, I see Mike. He sandbags, but he knew. That's a good one for Scott right there. 2010. That's a good get. And that's 3-1. Scott leads and has the question in his own hands.
Yeah, but we gotta get some. This is still a sports show, so we're gonna do sports of the 80s.
Sports of the 80s, Mike. All right. Sports of the 80s, Mike Armstrong. Are you familiar with sports, Mike?
Somewhat.
And how about the 80s?
Somewhat.
A little less. Here we go. Here's your question, Mike Armstrong. Down 3-1. So this is a big one. Who was named the NBA's 1985 Rookie of the Year? Who was named the NBA's 1985 Rookie of the Year?
Michael Jordan.
That is correct. Michael Jordan is the correct answer. Sports of the 80s off the table. And after 3 complete rounds, it is 3-2. Scott Honecker has the lead. So we have ourselves a game here, folks. All right, Mike.
Let's do wild card 2000, just 2000s.
2000s for the wild card. Okay. Let's see what we have cooked up. All right, Scott. You have to listen carefully because I have to sing this, okay? Finish the lyric from the track to this hit sitcom, Friends. Your job's a joke, you're broke, your love life's blank.
Down the drain.
Down the drain is incorrect. Mike, I will sing it one more time for you, although I didn't really sing it. Your job's a joke, you're broke, your love life's blank.
Debating using my phone a friend here.
It's
I may
always
just
a tough.
I may use the phone a friend here.
Phone a friend for the
Is that
tie.
okay?
Nick
Is
Van
that
Bell,
okay?
senior forward, if I remember correctly.
Is that okay to do on a steal or no?
Yeah, no, it's fine. You can use them whenever you choose.
All right.
The rules are loose here. Let's face it. Nick Van Bell. Now, where's Nick from? Is he a Midwest kid?
He's from Stamford, Connecticut.
Stamford, Connecticut, another New England guy. All right. And he's a senior,
Senior, yeah.
ready to pop on at any moment. Is he in Williamstown? Is he back at school with
He is
you?
in Williamstown. Yeah, he's back here.
Very good. I think you said you had like 27, 28 guys back for the semester, right?
Yeah, a lot. A really big freshman class too. I think there's 9 freshmen. So
Here comes Nick Van Bell. Nick Van Bell, welcome to the program.
Hello, how are we doing?
We're doing great. This is Mike's involved in a scrum here. It's quite a competitive match. It's, the ship is on the line, as you probably have heard.
I've heard, yeah.
So he is down 3-2 currently as we start the 4th round, and he's asking for your help. Unfortunately, you're going to have to hear me sing this question to you. But once you get past that, this is your question. It's a wild card question from the 2000s, Nick. Finish the lyric from the title track to the hit sitcom Friends. And here's your lyric. Your job's a joke, you're broke, your love life's blank.
and it's not down the drain.
and it is not down the drain, as Scott has previously said.
Can I discuss with Army or no?
No
Oh, yeah.
discussing.
No discussion.
Wait,
I think
discuss.
we
You
should
can
be allowed to
discuss.
talk
Yeah, you can
now.
discuss with Mike. Sorry, I thought you meant someone in your
But
like your
your
roommate.
your
No,
love's
you can
life's a
discuss with Mike.
joke. Do you mind one more
Your
time? I'm
job's a
sorry.
joke. You're
No.
broke. Your job's a joke. You're broke. Your love life's blank. Absolutely discuss amongst yourselves, you two.
Like, I have no idea.
No idea.
Do you have any guesses?
Rogue. And then what's the second line? Sorry.
No
One more
problem.
time.
It's hard when no one wants to hear me sing. So here we go. Your job's a joke. You're broke. Your love life's blank.
It's got to be like
Your
love,
broke,
like
your love life's.
it's like down the drain is the right idea.
Definitely the right idea, Scott.
Any phrases you can think of?
Love life's.
I can hear it. I can hear the wheels turning.
I'm coming up. I'm drawing a blank.
Throw something out there. Whatever.
Yeah, your love life's.
I would just say
You got it, Army. I can't. I have no help.
just a mess is what I would say.
Ooh, that's
Okay, a
good.
mess is also incorrect. The correct answer is DOA, believe it or not. Your job's a joke, you're broke, your love life's DOA, which stands for dead on arrival, of course.
These guys have been spending too much time studying and playing hockey and not enough
There's
time
no
watching
room
Friends on
for
Netflix.
binging Friends for these
Yeah.
two.
I'm
Yeah,
embarrassed. I have been
respect has
binging it.
been earned.
You have been binging, but just not Friends, right, Nick?
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Thanks for having us. Thanks for coming on, Nick.
Yeah, of course.
Appreciate
I
it.
could help. Bye-bye.
You're good.
All right. So it's 3-2 still as we head to the bottom of the 4th. And this is Scott picking for Mike, I believe.
Mm,
No,
no,
all the way around?
Mike, wait a minute.
No, that was a steal
Yeah,
attempt
he-
for Mike.
he
So yeah,
did the
you're picking for Mike.
2000s.
What'd you say? Did you say
I'm just
anything?
trying to come up with something here.
Oh, yeah, sure. Take your time.
Music, dance, and theater of the 90s.
Of the 90s, music, dance, and theater. Okay. What year were you born, Mike?
98.
All right. Perfect. Which female singer had a #1 song in 1999 entitled Genie in a Bottle? Do you know the song?
It's a little earlier than when I started listening to music. but, I have a couple guesses.
Okay.
I'm just gonna go Britney Spears.
Good
Yeah.
guess, incorrect. Scott Honecker for the steal.
Mike knows her as a celebrity judge on the show The Voice, and it's Christina Aguilera.
It is Christina Aguilera. That is correct. And that is a 4-2 lead after 4 rounds for Scott Honecker, stealing the music, dance, and theater question from the 2000s. Genie in a Bottle by Christina Aguilera. All right, Mike. We got to find a way to stump Scott here. You're down 4-2. There are 6 questions left in this battle.
Let's give a sports question. 2010s.
2010 sports. Okay. All right. Well, you picked wisely. We'll see. Maybe this could possibly stump him. I don't know. He's very, very good. All right, Scott, here's your question. On September 2nd, 2013, Diana Nyad became the first person to swim from where to where without a protective cage. Where to where? So these are 2 places geographically. On September 2nd, 2013, Diana Nyad became the first person to swim from where to where without a protective cage.
So it's got to be sharks.
Yeah, I would assume.
I wish I knew how far apart Australia and New Zealand were. Coach Ryan Malo, 3-time All-American, class of 2011 for the Eves. We're
gonna bring him in for it.
I'm gonna call him because he's a lawyer, and I didn't know. He said he could answer his phone, so he'll
Great.
be right here.
No, we'll put him on speaker. We'll do the phone.
Call Ryan Malo.
Now, Ryan also was competing for, was it the Italian Olympic team or trying?
Yeah, he was
Greco-Roman
2020
wrestling?
Italian national champion,
Yeah.
and he's back in Massachusetts training and possibly.
Ryan.
Coach Malo, I'm here with Chris Dufour and Mike Armstrong, and we have a question. Do you read the question, Chris?
Can you hear me, Ryan?
I can hear you, Chris. How are you?
All right, I'm doing well. How are you, sir?
I'm good.
Great, I'm glad. Thanks for joining us on the program. I just want to bring you up to date. Scott's up 4-2. He's got a sports question from the 2010s, and I'm going to ask it now. On September 2nd, 2013, Diana Nyad became the first person to swim from where to where without a protective cage. Now, these are geographical locations. Diana Nyad became the first person to swim from where to where without a protective cage.
So, without a protective cage, I know she's not the English Channel lady, but that name sounds familiar. Was it Cuba to Florida?
It was, in fact, Cuba to Florida. Yes. Wow, what a play!
Ryan.
Well done, Ryan Malo.
I mean, we are very impressed. I was going to say Australia to New Zealand, but I have a feeling that's like, yeah, that's why I called you. I knew there was going to be a shark issue. So, I appreciate you, and I'll call you when this concludes the debrief, my friend.
Thanks for joining us, Ryan. Appreciate it. Good to hear from you.
All right, buddy. I'll talk to you soon.
Bye, everyone.
All right, so that's a pinch hit on the Zoom. Sometimes that swings these shows, Mike. You're still alive.
Was ready with the steal. Was ready.
Were you ready? You had that Florida to Cuba. Very good. Very good. I had a feeling you might. I don't know why. It was the look on your face, I think. All right, Scott, you can put the hammer down and make it almost impossible.
60s news.
60 news. That is the hammer. Oh, goodness gracious. All right. I think we're out of 60 news. Yes, we did use 60 news already.
Oh, we did?
We could do 70s news or 50s news, but we did do the 60 news already.
Oh, 70s news.
70 news. All right. Mike Armstrong, to make it 5-3, stay alive. We're here in the bottom of the fifth. This is from the 1970s. In what year did France perform its last execution by guillotine? In what year did France perform its last execution by guillotine?
1 in 10 guess here.
Yeah, that's the beauty of that type of question. You have 1 in 10 chance.
Let's go 1971.
Oh, good guess, but incorrect. Scott Honecker.
No, it wasn't the category 60s or no, we're 70s news.
70s because we had used the 60s.
Oh yeah, I had to adjust it. This is gonna sound outrageous to go in the other direction, but I'm gonna say 1970. It's my best bet.
Would you say 1970?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, incorrect as well. It was actually much later. It was 1977, believe it or not. So, need a point. After 5 rounds, it's 5-2. And there's 4 questions left. So, Mike, you still have a chance here. It'll be the comeback for the ages, but you still have a chance. And you have to start now by picking a category that'll stump Scott.
Let's do music, theater, and dance from the 70s.
From the 70s. All right, here we go. Scott Honecker. This is a Marvin Hamlish musical that debuted in 1975 and ran for 15 years while winning 9 Tony Awards and 1 Pulitzer Prize on Broadway. What was the name of this musical? It was right up your alley, Scott Honecker.
The good news is I already used my phone a friend because Ryan would have no shot at this one.
No, you picked wisely on the phone a friend.
Yeah.
You picked wisely.
Yeah. So it ran for 15 years.
15 years from 75 to 1990.
And the only musical I know ran way longer than that, I thought. We're going to say Cats anyway.
Cats was, I knew that's what you were referencing when you said that, and you were right about that, but the incorrect answer for this question. So, Mike, you have an opportunity to steal here. This is big.
Can I get the clue again?
Absolutely. This Marvin Hamlish musical debuted in 1975, ran for 15 years on Broadway, collected 9 Tony Awards and 1 Pulitzer Prize. What was the name of this musical?
Let's see, Marvin Hamlish. I don't know. Let's go with Guys and Dolls.
Guys and Dolls is an excellent answer. Incorrect. It was A Chorus Line. I had a feeling that degree of difficulty would get one of you. But here we go. So this is it now. 3 questions. You're going to have to get 2 questions and the steal to tie and send it to overtime. So here we go. Bottom of the 5th. And it's Scott for Mike at this point, right?
Yeah, I'm having a hard I want to keep the variety up. What haven't is there any I haven't given him? What round is this?
This is round 6, bottom of the 6th. You've given him TV and movies. Somebody gave a wild card. Did you give a wild card?
I opened with wild card.
Yeah, okay. So that was the wild card.
So we'll do Science of the 90s. Is that still floating around?
Science of the 90s is available. This is another, sorry, Mike, but this is another 1 in 10 chance question.
Oh, great.
In the 90s, what year was the first ever text message sent? A little more close to your alley, right? Text messaging. I'm sure you know you do a lot of that, but in what year was the first ever text message sent?
Do I get any other clue or is it just a guess? Is that
What
it?
other clue could I give you?
There's nothing.
It said, the text was, good night, everyone.
All right. Well, I guess this is the end of my run, I guess. 1998, the year I was born.
Oh. No, it was
Yeah.
not. Scott, do you have a steal?
It's got to be on the back half, though. I think that was a good guess. We'll just go 1 year earlier with 97.
No, it was much earlier. It was 1992.
Get out of here.
Yeah, I find that with those type of questions, they're always 5 to 10 years earlier than I think. You know, there were people out there doing this stuff well before we found it.
Yeah.
You know?
The
Incredible.
text
First
messages made it to
computer.
Berkshire County in like 2009. So.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, listen, I was talking about the internet came out. It was first open to the public in 91. And at the newspaper here in North Adams, we didn't get the internet till 1999, early 2000. It was ridiculous. So, and that's how you remember it. That's like, oh yeah, 1999. But all right. Well, so Scott's our winner. He will advance to the championship. Mike, I think you drew some tough questions today. I think it wasn't meant to be.
Some well-picked categories by Scott.
Well-picked categories by Scott. Drew some tough questions. And in the end, Scott will advance to the ship with the 5-2 victory. But Mike, what a run for you. Appreciate your participation.
Yeah, thank you.
And appreciate you getting up early to take part in this one for sure. Cool. Scott, we'll see you next week in the championship.
Yeah, when will the next round be determined? It's
determined. I'm just, it hasn't been the other semifinal's not up yet. So as soon as I end this program, I'll tell you. So let me just say this for the people watching at home. I want to thank Scott Honecker and Mike Armstrong for taking part in the semifinal today. I'm your host, Chris Dufour. You've been watching the Williams College Winter Athletics Time Travel Trivia Tournament. Please stay tuned and join us for the championship next week on this program. Thanks for watching. We'll see you then.